Okie dokie, let's get started. Let's get moving. Let's get, as I like to say, cruising for a bruising. If I'm not bruised by the end of this show, I haven't done my job. I haven't fulfilled my duties. It's good to be sitting in this chair. You know, the other day I tried to do a little test episode, but I was not in the mind frame, not in the mindset to do it, you know, but now we are. It's Saturday, April 20th, 2024, sitting in this chair that I need a new chair, that's for sure. I need a new gaming chair because this one is an old barber chair, and we're not cutting hair in this apartment. We're not cutting hair. We're not doing cosmetology whatsoever in this apartment. That's not what's going on. What's going on in this apartment is a lot of watching stuff on my TV, which is famously at the end of my bed, which is right over there. You can't see it on camera, but my bed is right next to me right now. You know, I have it set up like a studio apartment, and that's all right. You know, people give me a lot of shit. People give me a lot of gruff, but I don't care. It's how I like to live. It's how I like to reside. It's how I like to occupy my space. I get to do what I want. It's my space. I'm in charge. Big sip of coffee to keep it going. Big sip of coffee to keep it moving. Big sip of coffee to push me on through to the other side. Kind of like the Doors once say, break on through to the other side. Break on through to the other side. You know, I'm not a big fan of the Doors, if I'm going to be honest. My friend in high school was a big fan of the Doors, Jim Morrison. Jim Morrison died he's a horrible alcoholic, so let's pour one out for that. Pouring out for that boy. Jim Morrison, fellow alcoholic. How are you? How's it going out there? How's the nation? How's the nation of people? I wouldn't even call it Neely Nation. I'll just call it friends, family, countrymen, everyone listening to this show. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're feeling fine. I hope your lives are in order. I hope you're working towards some kind of goal in your life that, you know, you can look back on and say, hey, I worked hard for this. I worked hard for this. Good news, many good news things happening in my life. Some sad, some good, some sad, some, you know, we're rocking and rolling with the crescendo of life that falls down in front of us and falls at our feet, and we have to deal with what has befalled us in front of our very own 2 feet. Our very own pigs have been befalled upon. The pigs at the base of our trunk of a tree, which is our body, the roots of which are our pigs that are. They're what meet the ground, which connect us to this earth, this great, beautiful earth, which is big and boundless, and there's 8 billion people on it. More people than I will ever be able to meet in my entire life. More people than I could ever just count to. And you think about how many other Taylor Neelys are there out there in the world? Is there another Taylor Neely doing a podcast? Is there another Taylor Neely doing stand-up comedy? Is there another Taylor Neely being a handyman? Is there another Taylor Neely in this room right now? Is he in this room right now? We'll never know. We'll never know because he may never show himself. It may just be me. I don't know. What if there's an alternate reality, alternate universe where I am doing exactly what I'm doing right now, but instead of raising this hand, I raise this hand. So in the other reality would have been this and then this. So I don't know. Good news, I got a new camera, guys. Got a new camera. I hope I look good. I hope I look crisp. I hope I look clear. I think it was time. Had a HD camera. I got a Canon GFH G70, something like that. It's 4K camera. It's better in low light. It's better overall. It's an upgrade. It was a necessary upgrade. Now, hopefully, these clips I put out look crisp. They look clear. I want everything I put out from now on, here on out, to look crisp, to look clear, to look like professional. Some level of professionalism, you know? Sorry, I was just checking it, looking at it, making sure it looked good. It does look good. It just looks crisper. It looks clearer, and that's a better, maybe that is value. It was expensive, but maybe that is going to bring value going forward to the podcast. That's a box right here. Sorry, it's a box full of bubbly. I do like bubbly water. Bubbly water is the best. I could drink it all day, every day. I'll even drink, man, I drink bubblies alcoholically. Honestly, I think I drink bubblies more than alcoholically. I think I drink bubblies. I mean, no bubbly goes unfinished for me. But sometimes they are unfinished, but I do finish them. But like a beer, or an alcoholic drink, I would not leave it for long unfinished. But a bubbly, I will let sit for hours, but I will finish it. I typically do finish it because I think, I don't know, it's still water. You need water. You need water in your body. Your body is 89% water. You are mostly water. You do like this. Wiggle around a little bit. You will feel the sloshing. You will feel the liquid vibrations inside your body making movement all around. That's how you work. That's how your body, that's how the juices flow in your body. It's because of the water inside of your body. The water, which you are, is a juice man. Rest in peace, juice man, I guess. Sorry we're burping so much, guys. I had for lunch a bologna sandwich. It was Swiss cheese and Italian bread and mayo and mustard and some, new chips just dropped. New Lay's fried pickle chips just dropped. Gosh dang it, they're delicious. Gosh dang it, I never thought I'd say like a chip that tastes like a pickle, but this man, Taylor Christian Neely, he does like a pickle that just dropped. Or a chip that just dropped that tastes like fried pickles. Taylor does like that. He is a fan. It's good to be here. Good to be on a solo episode. Lots going on in my life. Lots happening. Lots in the making. Let's see. Firstly, my girlfriend is in Italy right now. She was on the last episode. And then she's moving to New York City, which I wish I had a boo button. But, she's been wanting to do that for a while. I'm going to help her move, spend a week in New York City, and then we'll see. And then we'll see where things go from there. We'll try long distance, but it's going to be sad. It's going to make me very sad. But I have kind of adjusted to, I was very sad earlier this week. And this is how I know I do. Well, I love her a lot. It's because first person I felt this way about in a long time. And it's beautiful. It's nice. It's good to experience these things. The timing is just bad because she wanted to move to New York City before we even started dating. So. And I'm not, it would be unfair of me to put on her, like, say, just stay for us. Because us could not work out in the long scheme of things, but you got to follow your dreams. We're in our dreams right now. She does stand-up comedy. I do stand-up comedy. We're in our dreams. We're pursuing our dreams right now. It would be foolish to set aside your dreams for another person. But you do got to set aside your dreams a little bit for a person. But where we're at right now, it wouldn't be appropriate to completely set aside our dreams. Not completely set aside, but there's a fork in the road, and the fork she's taking, she's going to continue to take. If she were to backpedal and take a different fork, I think that would it's ill-advised. It wouldn't be smart. It wouldn't be good. It just isn't in the cards to do that. And then now I have a place to go to New York City and stay. And explore that. I'll explore the New York comedy scene. I'll be there for a week. We'll do a podcast up there. We'll see what it's like. And then she'll come here and visit. I'll go there and visit. And maybe we'll both up in Texas. I don't know. That's the thing about that is it's fun to talk about, but you don't know. And truly, until those dominoes are truly falling, you don't know. You just don't. And that's okay. It's okay. I will have to be okay with it. And I have been adjusting. This week was hard. The first half of this week was hard without her here because I was just spending so much time. Maybe I'm a little codependent. I might be a little codependent because I just love spending time with her so much. Nothing makes me happier in the world right now than spending time with my girlfriend. And that's just love. That's just what happens. Everyone goes through it at some point in their life. I'm not unique in experiencing love, but I am unique in that our unique situation. I'm excited. She gets back next Sunday from Italy, and I am so excited to see her. And I will cherish every moment I have with her. That's all I can do. And all I can do is think about how happy she makes me, and how I get butterflies when I think of her, when I look at her, when I was sad. This is what's beautiful. I was looking at her the other day. No, I was sad. Like 2 days ago, I was just sad. I was having a bad day. I did take a microdose of mushrooms. I tried this experiment out where I take an update. I am doing mushrooms now. Nothing else, just mushrooms, and it seems to be going okay. I'm giving that a try because I'm still in recovery from alcoholism and crack cocaine addiction, narcotic addiction. But I'm trying the mushroom route. I'm giving it a try, and it's going good. I'm enjoying it. Mushrooms are very fun. They make me laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh. And Angel and I did a hike day, went to a birthday party, played pool with Liam, our friend Liam Harvey, Atlanta comedian. And it was just a fun day, which Angel did bring up a good point. Like, it would have been fun regardless of the mushrooms in it or not, but I think the mushrooms definitely enhanced it. The mushrooms helped me feel more connected to her. It just helped me be more in the moment with her, and that's what I like about it. They help me laugh. They help me laugh where I'm supposed to fucking laugh. They help me they really make me feel right where I am is exactly where I'm supposed to be. And maybe it kind of is not great to depend on a drug to make me feel that way, or it's okay because mushrooms are from the earth, or maybe they're from outer space, but they just make me feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be. And I can just be okay in my own skin on mushrooms. And they make me feel like the best parts of me. That's just what they make me feel. And I'm not saying I can't feel that way sober, but I'm just saying, because I do oftentimes. But what I'm saying is mushrooms enhance those feelings of being comfortable in my own skin and just being able to be silly and goofy and just get the chuckles and the giggles and just laugh and laugh and laugh. And just feel love and just feel connected. They make me feel connected to people, to God, to the world. They make me feel connected to the world. I'm going to clear out a nostril. I don't know why my one nostril is clogged up. That's right, baby. That's the good stuff. That's the good stuff. Congestion relief. That should clear that fucker out, right? That should definitely clear that fucker out. Because I don't like sounding congested on the pod. People can tell. But mushrooms have been going, it's been going good. And I might be going to the 420 Sweetwater Music Festival tomorrow. I'll do them again. I'll probably take 3 grams with me, eat a gram, and then dose the rest throughout the day. And they're easy on me. I don't feel any bad sides from them, Except for the fact that I'm an alcoholic and a drug addict, and maybe I'm just using this as an excuse to get high. Maybe that's what's going on. I'm not stupid. I'm not ignoring that. I know that is the case. But I don't want to drink. Drinking would not make anything better. I can't drink. I'm allergic to alcohol. When I drink, bad things happen. Cut and dry. Cut and dry. You cut into that steak, it's dry as fuck. It's well done. It's a leather belt, that steak is. And they're doing that anymore in my life. That's not what Taylor Neely does in his life anymore. He doesn't drink, but he does do a little bit of drugs, and that's okay. But we're not doing the hard stuff. We're not doing cocaine. We're not smoking meth. We're not doing those things. I do need to be careful. I can't get into pills. Pills are bad. Pills are bad because they aren't drinking, but they will. I do like pills. I will be honest. I like pills. A painkiller, a hydrocodone, they are delicious. They make you feel incredible, but it is a dicey, bad road, and I'm going to stay away from those as well. Got to stay away from those because those are pilled alcohol pretty much, but they don't make me do as reckless stuff as alcohol, if I'm being honest. Alcohol is the one thing I have to stay away from, but mushrooms are going good. They make me feel connected. I do think mushrooms I am into some woo-woo stuff. I will agree with Paul Stamets. He was on Joe Rogan's podcast recently. Say what you want. I listen to Joe Rogan's podcast. Good stuff happens on there sometimes. There's good stuff. Paul Stamets was on there. He's a mushroom guy, and he calls them sacraments, and I do believe they are sacraments. I think they've been around for a long, long time. I think cultures have used mushrooms for millennia, probably. They've used some kind of hallucinogenic psychedelic drugs for a long, long time because it does connect you to a different plane of reality where you're just experiencing reality in a different way and you're just perceiving the world in a different way. Your acuity for noticing the small intricacies of what's around you it's heightened. Everything's heightened, but then it also just it's a little weird, and it's making reality a little wiggly. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's just tearing down the fabric of reality a little bit. Maybe it's just, moving the veil to the side so you can get a peek to what's really going on the stage of reality. Am I getting a peek at what God is? Is God inside mushrooms, psilocybin mushrooms? Is God in there? Is that God in there that you're getting a peek at? Are you getting a peek at what is beyond the veil, beyond the pale, beyond what we are experiencing right now? I think there are supernatural things going on. Okay, I will talk about this. Tucker Carlson was on Joe Rogan's podcast, and I gave it a listen because I think it's okay to listen to Tucker Carlson. There are bad opinions of Tucker Carlson, but this is what is one of the big problems in society today. At least with my peers, is they've just only heard bad things about Tucker Carlson. They say he's brainwashing grandparents and grandmas and adults, and he's not. I don't think he is. I've listened to him a little bit here and there. I've listened to his show. I've listened to him interview people. I've listened to him be interviewed on Theo Vaughn, on Tucker, on Joe Rogan. And after giving him a listen, I think he has admitted to he's been wrong many times. As we all are. We are human. We are fallible. We can be wrong. Tucker Carlson has been wrong, but he's also been right. And why is it that, because he's bringing up some good points about like the state of affairs in the United States with the United States government. Why is it that they're lying to us? They are lying to us outright, right in front of our faces. The Biden administration, the Biden regime, everyone that's in power right now in the White House, not the judicial, the existential branch, the branch that the president is judicial, legislative. Can't remember. It just feels like on a daily basis they are lying to us, and it's obvious that we're being lied to a lot. And I don't like that. I don't like being lied to. And is it at this point a conspiracy? Is it a right-wing conspiracy theory to say we're being lied to by the Biden administration? Is that a conspiracy? Is that a false opinion? I don't think it is, because it seems pretty obvious. And why I like some of what Joe Rogan says, some of what Tucker Carlson has to say. Not everything. I don't agree with everything he says. That's what I like, is I can like some of what some people say. But Tucker Carlson just has pointed out some things to me, to people, that I'm like, it just makes me question like the validity of what we're being told to on a daily basis by the powers that be. And this doesn't make me conservative. This doesn't make me Republican. This doesn't make me right wing just because I think someone brings up good points. I don't know what I am. I think I'm center. I think I'm in the center. I like listening to all different kinds of viewpoints, but it does seem to fall more from right-leaning viewpoints, but that's just because they question stuff in a way that the left does not seem to question. The left seems to want to destroy America. They don't seem to like us, is the thing. It doesn't feel like the Biden administration, the people in charge, like us. It doesn't seem like they care about the general public. They're not like homeless problems are getting worse. The people that are like in charge of that, they're not fixing anything. It just feels like they want part of the population to be in disarray all the time. And maybe it's not even a Republican Democrat thing. Maybe it's just a rich and poor thing. Maybe that's what it is. And I'm not saying any of this to say, hey, I'm a Republican. Hey, I'm conservative. I'm not. I don't declare anything. I just see what I see, and it's that it feels like we're being lied straight to our faces by the establishment news, the news that's been around forever. I don't watch Fox. I don't watch CNN. I don't watch any of those. I get my news from just like podcasts and independent sources. And really, I've kind of been out of news. I haven't been paying attention to politics because I feel like I'm creating an identity for myself that would be unfavored by my peers. I think it's okay I just also need to be okay with the not being like ashamed of where I get my news or my information from. Why did I go off on this tangent? I don't know. I think it's just me trying to reconcile and just be honest with myself that yes, I'm trying to say it's okay. It's okay to have opinions that I have. It's okay to think certain things that I think. I don't like that there's a certain segment of the population that will make you feel like you're a bad person for thinking a certain way or even questioning something, even questioning stuff. Like whenever I've brought up, like I got a picture with RFK Jr. He was at a place and I was there too. I got a picture with him just because it's a guy running for president. And I showed it to someone and they're like, oh, he's an anti-vaxxer. And from what I've heard, he's not an anti-vaxxer, but people jump right to he's an anti-vaxxer because they've only heard one thing about him. It's like, people don't do research, but I'm guilty of it too. I don't do research on the people I don't care to do research on. I don't know any of the good stuff Joe Biden has done. And maybe he's done one good thing. I'm sure he's done one good thing, but I don't care to take the time out because he hasn't given me reason to show that avenue the time of day. So that's enough about that probably. I think I just wanted to make a case for that it's okay. It's okay to listen to Joe Rogan. It's okay. God, it's like a running joke that if you're a guy that listens to Joe Rogan, you're a meathead or a conspiracy theorist. And it's okay. I think it's okay to be a little bit of a conspiracy theorist. It's okay to ask questions. It's okay to ask questions because the people in charge do not have our best intentions in. You think the billionaires have our best intentions in mind? No, they don't. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care what the little guys are doing. They just want to make more money. They just want to keep that Rolodex of cash a-flowing. I just keep just shoveling cash into my bank account. That's all they want. And I really don't have that much money. As far as things go, I spend my money recklessly. Not recklessly, but on stupid stuff. New camera. But hey, you can put that camera on $100 a month until it's paid off. That's what I did. I'm not going to lie. It's a stupid financial choice, but I did it. I do stupid financial things, but it's not, my stupid financial decisions don't affect me detrimentally. I'm always paying my bills. My bills are paid on time. I just have a lot of bills because I have some credit card debt. That's another thing that was brought up. Tucker Carlson did bring up a good point about credit card companies. 22% credit cards are predatory. It's insane that we have. I didn't even think about that because I like that he brought up something that made me think like, that is a good point. Credit card companies are kind of predatory. 22% on a credit card is insane. You got $3,000 on there. If you pay the minimum, it's going to be 17 years until that's paid off. That seems pretty criminal. That seems pretty predatory. I got a little bit of a headache. That's too bad. I don't know where it came from. I took some Tylenol. I thought it would fix it. And I don't think it's going to. But it's okay. I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll go for a run. I went for a jog yesterday I went for a jog. And it felt good. I might go for a jog after this. And I felt energized. That's what I love about exercise is it just energizes me. It brings out my natural endorphins and gives me just like the rest of the night. I was tired at the end of the night, but I felt for like the hour or three after I went to an open mic after. I'm gonna drink some water. This headache is I can feel it. I can feel it coming on. I know what I'll do. Pause, please. We'll get one of these things. I found a good deal on one of these. It's like something you put in the freezer and then it's cold. It's a little stone. But here we go. Oh, that feels pretty good. That's nice. Just like I get these headaches sometimes. And I thought they were caffeine related, but I don't know if they are. But that is exactly. Yeah. And then you get it on your face. It's like I don't know what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to relieve puffiness. It's supposed to make you look younger. It's supposed to make you look like a newborn baby. Now, I don't know if I want to look like a newborn baby, but I would like this headache to go away. It's just like headaches suck because it's just like I get them and I don't know if I have migraines. I don't know what I get them from. It's probably caffeine and lack of H2O, but I feel like I drink at least a half a gallon of water every day. I feel like I do. I do have this other thing in my freezer that's like a head it like wraps around your head, and it's frozen, and you wrap it all the way around your head. But that makes my chest, it gives me anxiety. I'm really not good at that one. That one's hard to make it through. But it just like wraps around your head, and it's like gel, and it's frozen. Ugh, and it just it's like a headache helmet. But I don't know. I think that helped for a second, but we've got a nasty headache brewing. And I might have to go to the doctor someday. There are some things I need to go to the doctor for, I think. I think the headaches here and there. That's one thing I thought psilocybin mushrooms would help with the headaches, and I think they do a little bit. I think psilocybin headaches do kind of help with headaches. And that did make me feel better a little bit, but I get a headache right here on the right side of my head. So if anyone out there knows what I could possibly be getting a headache from, why I'm getting headaches, I'm not drinking enough water. Is it just not getting enough caffeine early in the day? I drink a lot of caffeine, and sometimes caffeine does not help. I feel like a cold plunge or cryotherapy would really help. I did cryotherapy the other day, and that felt pretty good. That felt pretty nice. I liked that. I liked that a lot. It was, my nostril is unclogged now. But now we got to blow. All right, here we are. We're back. We're potting. We're back in the chair. Back in the chair. Back in the chair. Good to be sitting here. I did the cryotherapy thing. I like all this stuff. I like the self-improvement stuff, the cryotherapy, the cold plunge, the supplements, making sure you can go to the gym. Okay, yeah, exercising, I feel the benefits. It really does help. Like yesterday, I went for just a 30-minute run. Maybe I'll do that today again. It just like rejuvenates me. It lifts me up. It just kind of, I don't know why. I think it's a requirement. It comes from our caveman days, our hunter-gatherer days, our days where we were just mere babies of what we are now. And I am merely a baby of what I will be one day. I'm going to be a big man one day, and right now I'm a small boy. Inside, at least. I'm 28 years old, but one day I'll be 48 years old, and things will be so different. Things could be drastically different. Maybe me and Angel will still be together. Maybe we will not. I can't predict the future. That's 20 years away is so much. 48 is, I may have a family by then. I may have kids. I may have 3 boys, like I have 2 brothers. Maybe I'll have a boy, a girl, and a boy, or 3 girls, which I don't really want that. I don't think I want 3 girls, but you don't have a choice. You have a 50-50 chance. You have a coin flip chance of having a boy or a girl, but you don't get to decide. Someone decides. God decides. Your wife's organs, your partner's organs decide. I don't know. Who has more choice, the man or the woman? I don't know. I'm sure there is like scientists you could ask, and they could tell you which partner has more say, and if you're going to have a boy or a girl. I'm sure that is something that you could Google easily. Lots of things I talk about on this show I think could be Googled easily, but that's okay. I had a annoying thing happen the other night. Someone broke into my truck, and stole my gun. I had a Sig Sauer P365, and someone broke into my truck, and they broke in through the lock. Like, they didn't break a window. They, like, shoved under the lock. I don't know if I should even be putting this out there. But they didn't break a window. They broke it a different way, and they stole my gun. And I got to get the door fixed, I guess. I don't know. I'm taking the truck in on Monday to the dealership to get the transmission looked at. But I don't know. And they stole a gun, and there was other stuff in there they could have taken that was valuable, but they found the gun, and they just were like, score, we got a gun. But so I bought a new gun. I bought a new gun yesterday. Here it is right here. It is a Springfield Armory Hellcat Pro. Bought this yesterday because I wanted to replace my other one. There it is. Look at that. It's a gun for sure. Yeah, look at that new gun. It's much nicer. Came with like 4 clips. And yeah, it's a nice new gun that I will not be leaving in my truck. You know, Georgia is a constitutional carry state. You don't need a concealed carry permit. But you know, now this one is nicer and I just have a new gun and it's exciting to get a new thing. I got this new camera. That was exciting. I got this new gun. That's exciting. And I do like guns. I have 3 of them. I have an AR-15. I have a Beretta M9 and I have this gun now. And that's like I don't know if I should be putting this out there at all. That stuff. We'll leave it at that. But I will say, I like guns. It's weird. I feel like I just don't even have, I do think there is a gun problem in this country, a bad gun problem. People shooting up schools, people emotionally distressed, shooting up schools. What is the fucking like thought process of someone who shoots up a school? When do they decide? Is it something they think about for a while? Or do they see it happen at a different school and they're like, you know what, I could do that. I'm going to do that. Is it just very, very sad, depressed people that are just like, I don't have the will to leave, so I'm going to take some people out with me? Is it angry people, angry at the world? Is it its own mental illness, being a school shooter? Is that something we could diagnose? In the future, is there some way for us to look back and see, like, was school shooting a mental illness? Was that a byproduct of something deeper? Is it loneliness? Is it depression? Is it anger? Is it psychopathy? Sociopathy? Is it one of those? Is that the reason kids will shoot down their classmates? It's horrendously sad and scary and a traumatic thing. No one should have to go through that. I remember one time in high school, we had one lockdown, and it's because someone robbed either the ice cream shop or the gas station by my high school. And we did a lockdown for a little bit, but nothing serious happened with that. Nothing serious at all. But that's like, these days, most people don't go through traumatic stuff. I want another LaCroix. Hold, please. Oh, shit. We got a little wet. I accidentally, it fell out of the fridge. So, that's what happens sometimes. Put that out of view. No one needs to see that. I don't know if YouTube likes that or doesn't like that. I don't think it matters. My platform isn't big enough for anyone to even care if there's a gun on it. I don't know. Where do you guys stand? How do you feel about guns? I'll respect it. I'll respect how you feel about them. Some societies don't have them. Australia had one shooting. They took them away. But there was a stabbing there. Can't take away knives. Crazy shit's still going to happen. Crazy shit's still going to happen. What was I talking about? What was I spewing out of my mouth? What was coming up from my guts? Where does the sound originate in my body? You know, you've got your vocal cords, your vocal folds. Oh, and I think I'm done vaping. I think I'm done doing that because I noticed, like, even if I'm vaping only a little bit, it just totally makes my voice is pretty naturally raspy already. And I do know that about me. Dog barking downstairs. That's good. Dog always wants to be on this show a little bit, and that's okay. That's okay that he wants to, but this is not a show for dogs. It's a show for people, so please pipe it the heck down. Pipe it the heck down. But I do know this about me. My voice is pretty raspy and airy. Some people have said airy, which I don't like, but it's not quite as airy as some other people I've heard. You know, there is a little bit of sound to it. Some people, it's like this. Some people are like, they talk like this, and that's really airy. And there's no like character to it, and it seems like it's almost gone. No, mine has something to it. I have some kind of resonance in there somewhere, and some days it's better than others, but I need to not smoke, need to not vape, because it gets rid of any kind of baritoneness to it, any kind of like, any kind of character there is in my voice. Smoking and vaping gets rid of it really quick, and then I'm just like really pushing it. Like I hosted an open mic. Angel had me host Smith's Old Bar open mic on Wednesday, and my voice was just I was just talking like this a lot on. I was just, hey guys, how's it going? Oh my God. And then by the end of the night, I couldn't talk like this. This part of my voice goes away a lot. My talking voice, the talking on the podcast voice goes away. And then I feel like I can't get my thoughts out through my mouth, because like it feels like a roadblock is that I'm focusing on pushing my voice through, and it gives me a little bit of anxiety, and anxiety is the biggest offender of making me not be able to get in some kind of flow state of being able to talk and portray these ideas and be creative, and being creative is what I want to do. But being creative is interesting because it seems like some creative people really live these lives of being creative all the time, of constantly being in this character. Like, let's say Casey Rocket, for example, out of Austin, Texas, hilarious guy, blowing up, but he seems to be that guy all the time. But maybe that's just what I perceive on when I've seen him on a podcast or seen him do stand-up. And how is he in his private life? Like me in my private life, honestly, if I'm being honest, recently I felt like an unfunny, sad guy. I felt like with comedy, I did this open mic residency and it went well. But then after, it's like, and then I had a skull spot and I bombed. I bombed. I did. I'm being honest about it. I bombed. I did. I don't know what happened. Like, it's like sometimes I get on stage and I am just in it, doing it good, doing what I do well. And then other times I can't sell it. The audience is not buying what I'm trying to sell, and I feel stupid. And I feel like everything I'm trying to do comedically is a bad choice. Like there's no good choice I can make. And I don't feel funny. I haven't felt super funny. I did last night. I felt funny last night. But recently I felt like, is this ever going to work out? Is this ever going to be anything? But also I've been sad about Angel moving and being gone. And that's a big part of my routine. But what I meant to say earlier, what I forgot to touch on was like Angel's been gone I haven't seen Angel for over a week now. And now, Saturday, I am now getting back into a routine of like, oh, me on my own. I will adjust. Everything changes and you adjust. You get used to it. You get, at least in my life, my experience, my adult life experience is I get used to what happens. I get used to my circumstances. I get used to my present circumstances, and I make a life for myself and I build my life around these experiences. And I didn't feel very motivated comedically this week. I was sad about my girlfriend moving, my girlfriend that I do love. And I'm serious about that. I mean it. And my circumstances in my life changing. And change kind of gets me out of my element. And when I'm not in my element, I'm just not producing. I'm getting by. Sometimes the best I can do is get by. Sometimes the best I can manage is get by. Get the things done I need to get done. Work. Go to some open mics, do this podcast, but the other stuff like posting clips, I was on a hot streak of posting clips that no one really viewed any of them. The solo pod people don't really care for them, and that's fine. I'll still post them just because it's something to put out there. Some of my friends like them, but I had got this AI service that cuts it up for me. But they don't seem to, I think the AI service kind of loses it loses the human touch, I think it loses the human touch, and it's not as, maybe I shouldn't just spam it every day. I should leave it to like 3-4 days a week, not every day, multiple times a day. But I don't know, when I was posting multiple times a day, I was getting followers on TikTok, at least one per video. So I don't know, it's all a racket. It's all a racket. What do people do before the internet, before any of this? I mean, I think the landscape of life is changing so fast. The landscape of life is moving at such a pace that it is different day to day. every day is different than the last. Every day has new possibilities. Every day can be better than before, can be worse than before, it can be the same as before. But no 2 days are ever quite exactly the same, because no way does anyone in the world ever do exactly the same thing day in, day out. We aren't robots. We aren't programmed machines. But how long before the programmed machines are part of our everyday life? The programmed machines are on their way. Artificial intelligence is amongst us. Artificial intelligence is in the air. Artificial intelligence it's in our phones, it's in our watches, it's in our TVs. It's in the computers, it's probably in my camera right now a little bit. AI is something we're giving birth to, it seems. AI is our child that we are recklessly progressing forward. And eventually it will, seems like, how could it not? How could AI eventually not take control of itself and start engineering itself? It probably already is. But what does that look like in the future? The future is never what we think it's going to be. We thought we'd have flying cars. Fuck flying cars. People would crash all the time. I don't think that's what it'll be. I don't know what it'll be. I'm excited for it, but I'm also scared. Sometimes it's like, how about where we're at is kind of like where we could stay? Why do we need to keep, what more technology do we need? What more do we need in this earth that we don't already have? Why don't we solve some problems? The picture is crooked on my wall. That's the first step I can take to fixing problems, is fix the crooked picture on my wall, which is what I will do. All I can focus on, I guess, is what I need to get done today. And what I need to get done today is I've done some of it. What did I do? Taxes are done. I have a refund coming of this amount of money. I'm excited. I'm getting money back. That's good. That's money that will go towards when I help Angel move. Angel and Leah move. They're compensating me because it is kind of a job for me. But this will also pay for that week. I will be in New York City, so that's good. That's helpful. I didn't think I was getting any money back. And my tax man is, if you need a good tax guy, I can recommend it to you. I'm not... Gilbert LaWand, he's public. Gilbert, he's a comic, but he also is good at taxes. He really does taxes how you want them to be done. He really helps you out. He's a very helpful tax accountant guy. And that's all you can ask for. I am self-employed. I'm a handyman. And I am a comedian. And my taxes are very confusing. And it's very, it's gray. It's very gray. My taxes are. So, how's it going out there? Is everybody feeling good? Is everybody looking forward to what we have to look forward to? You know, there's only so much you can do in any given day, and maybe give yourself some credit. Maybe in the morning, look yourself in the mirror and say, we did it. We woke up. Let's move forward. Let's get this day. Let's get this bread. Let's get this cheddar cheese. Let's get this turkey. Let's make a fucking sandwich. That's all you can do is make a sandwich out of your day. Make a sandwich out of life. Make a sandwich out of whatever you need to make a sandwich out of. You know, if that's how you can comprehend the world as making a sandwich out of it, then you do that. You do that. You know. Got some new jokes I'm working on, I guess. Got some new jokes. I did me and Jacob Jonas. He was on the podcast. We did this the other night. We did a double set. It was very fun. It was very fun when we did that double set up there on stage. It was fun being up on stage with Jacob Jonas, sharing the stage with him. He's a very funny guy. There's people that in comedy, you see them do comedy. It's like, why are you not like a road dog? Why are you not featuring for someone famous? You know, I don't think that about myself. I think I have a lot to work on. I have a lot to improve on. I have a lot to get better at. Number one is stage presence, building momentum and keeping it going. It's hard for me to do for some reason. I crumble under pressure. I'm going to be honest. I crumble under pressure. It's just what I have learned about me and what I have come to expect. When there's pressure on me, I just seem to not step up to the plate 100%. I get the job done, but I've had 2 tryouts at the Skull and both times kind of ate it, and I am scared that is going to be me for a while. Mr. Crumbles under pressure. I'm scared that I will never be able to step up to the plate. I'm scared that I will never be able to bring what I need to bring to the table. And that's what's hard about stand-up comedy is it's not easy. Okay? It's really not easy. It's a hard thing to get good at. And some people make it look easy, but it's not easy. And one of my problems maybe is I rely too much on feeling. To me, comedy is not a math equation, Comedy is it's not like, oh, I'm going to do these specific jokes. I'm going to do them and they're going to go over well. It's not. At least for me. That's what it's like for me, okay? I don't know how else to do it except for the way I do it. It's been recommended sit down and write with people. I should do that more, but whenever people try to spitball with my jokes, maybe my jokes suck. Maybe my sense of humor sucks. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Maybe my mind maybe I'm not cut out for this, huh? I've had that thought recently. And maybe I am, okay? I know I can be funny sometimes, but then recently I've been like, maybe I'm not cut out for this. But what else am I supposed to do? There's no thing left for me in this world. I don't want to go try to do a normal job. I don't want to do handyman stuff forever. I don't want to start a construction business. I don't want to settle down in the suburbs. I want to be in the fray of it all. The fray of comedy and whatever aspect that is for me. I want to do it. It's so fun being on stage and doing well. And I guess the only thing I can do is just keep trugging along, keep getting better. Keep getting better, and the only way I can get better, the only way to get better at comedy, here it is. If you want to do comedy, get on stage. Do it. Write some jokes, do them on stage. You can write all you want, but if you don't get on stage, get in front of people, that you're doing yourself a disservice. Get out of the game, dude. Get out of the game. The game is, sometimes I feel like I'm barely in the game. Like if I take a night off, sometimes I'll take several nights off in a week and I'm like, I'm fucking around. That's what I liked about Austin is you can do, and why I might still move to Austin in August. I might move. I might do it. Cause Atlanta is not the end all be all for me. There is a scared part of me in my head that's like, maybe people have written me off in this city. Because maybe the booker at the Skull has written me off. Is like, I can't get it done. I just don't have what Atlanta needs. Or I don't have what the Laughing Skull needs. I don't know what anyone needs. I'm just trying to have fun. Okay? I'm just trying to have fun. Me and Jacob Jones, we had so much fun on stage last night. We made people laugh. We did a duo set. It was like, picture this. You, me, big plate of spaghetti. Final piece we're eating together, we meet in the middle and kiss. And then we just went from there, and it was just silly. It was fun. I don't know. I like an element of improvisation and riffing within comedy. And I don't know, but it is fun to also be in the mindset of like, I'll fucking show them someday. I'll show them someday that I can do this. And I think you need a bit of that. I think you need a bit of like stick-to-itedness to do any of this. To do what I'm doing right now, this podcast. I'm sure someone commented on the clip I posted recently, the Amy Winehouse clip, which was harmless. It was just fun. Someone commented, this girl was like, yo, dude, we should start a podcast. And her saying that, she's saying like, any dude is like, yo, dude, we should start a podcast. What do you want from me, you dumb idiot? What the fuck do you want from me? Huh? What the fuck do you want from me? Is your comment supposed to say like, is that her saying like, you should stop doing this podcast? No. Here's the thing about doing a podcast is it's going to suck at first probably. This podcast probably sucks a little bit here and there. But the more you do it, the better you get, like anything. You got to stick to it. You can't listen to the people that are doubters, because that girl was a doubter. She would, if I quit, she'd probably be like, good. She'd probably get some joy out of me quitting, but I can't quit. I bought this nice 4K camera. I got the softbox lighting. I got the green screen. I got the nice microphones, okay? There's so much going on behind the scenes. There's so much preparation. I edit it. I post it online. I'm doing work, okay? And what's crazy is you could do all this work towards something and it can still not work out. Hard work pays off, but sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's just luck. Sometimes life is just luck, and that's the exciting, magical thing, okay? Maybe I'm a little delusional. Maybe I just like doing this. I don't know. I don't know why I do this, really, why there's something inside me that compels me to do a podcast, do stand-up comedy, do art in this way. You know, I was a painter. I could have stuck with that. My grandpa's a painter. You know? But I need a creative outlet. I do. There's something in my bones that yearns for being creative. There's something in my bones that yearns for making a connection in some way more than just talking. Sure, talking, there's a connection there. But there's something in my bones that yearns to get out and in a creative way. I don't know what it is that's in my bones that wants to do that, but it's in me somewhere. And I'm sure other comedians, I'm sure musicians, I'm sure artists can all relate to having something in your bones, deep in your bones, that just screams to, like, I gotta do something. I gotta do something. And I don't know what it is, but I'm trying. I'm trying to do something. I'm trying the best way I know how. And it's by putting something out there, throwing stuff at the wall, seeing what sticks. You know, I throw a lot of stuff at the wall. It doesn't stick. Some people spend a lot of time on something, throw it at the wall. It sticks really well. I think there's different ways to go about it, and I think that's okay. You know, I'm sure people talk shit about me doing this podcast. People in the Atlanta comedy scene, I bet they do, you know? I bet they say, what the fuck is he doing posting these clips, and they get 500 plays? And I don't know, I'm just trying. At least I'm trying. And maybe I'm making that up right now in my head. Maybe that's my own delusion. I'm making that up. Maybe everyone thinks I'm a sweet boy in the Atlanta comedy scene, but I bet someone has talked shit about me somewhere, because it's just comedy. It's the nature of comedy. Everyone's talking shit, and that's okay. It's none of my business what people say behind my back about me. It doesn't affect me, because to my face, everyone's pretty nice. Everyone's pretty gentle. Everyone's pretty sweet. To my face, everyone seems to like me pretty good, and that's all that matters. Be a decent person. Just be a decent person out in the world. In your private world, it's okay to be angry, to get aggravated, to be negative, to be upset with people, to wonder, why is this person getting booked on this? That doesn't make sense. They're not funny. It's okay to say that stuff in private to your friends. It's okay. People are doing it. It's just like, don't let that negativity feed into your interactions with those people. Just don't let it bleed into that. It's natural human. Like, it's a natural human thing to gossip and talk shit and it's relating to people. It's being friends. It's a way to be friends, is gossip and talk shit, and just, it's funny. Sometimes it's funny too, and it's okay. I think it's okay. It doesn't mean you don't hate this person. It just means you don't understand what they're doing. I usually just don't understand. And we're all trying. We're all trying out here. And I've said stuff that was probably been wrong. I do stuff wrong all the time. I'm not doing anything perfect in my life. I'm not doing anything perfect at all. I can't pinpoint a single thing I'm doing perfect, and that's okay. I'm trying to work towards something. I don't know what it is, but it's something. It's doing something. And some weeks, some days I'm better than others. I'm more productive. And some weeks, like this past week, I'm not. And then I wallow in it. I'm like, I'm not doing shit. I'll never accomplish shit. But then right now, doing this podcast right now, I've had fun doing this one today. And I'm like, I got something here. I've said something maybe inspirational, maybe not. If it's not, so what? If you don't get anything out of this, so what? Maybe I got something out of it. Maybe I got something out of this right here, right now. And if that's what the result of today's podcast is, that's fine. But that feels selfish. I don't want it to be selfish. I want us to all have fun. I want everybody to have fun all the time. That's what it's about. But sometimes you're having fun at other people's expenses. You know, you go to the late mic at Dynamic El Dorado, and you and Jacob, you sign up late on the list, but then Jason Halsey puts you up earlier. You've been in this game over 3 years now, though, so you pay your dues, so you get to bump people, but still then do the new open micers look at you like, what the fuck? Why does this guy get to bump? But then me and Jacob, we had a good set, so I don't know. I can't control what other people think, but all I know is we're all working towards the same fucking thing. We're all moving towards the same fucking thing. Everyone gets their heads up their own butts in a bushel, get their head in a knot. Everyone gets their head in a knot, you know? And sometimes you just gotta You got to unwind somehow. And how have I been doing that lately is taking some mushrooms. Taking some mushrooms, enjoying some music, enjoying nature, enjoying the world around me. I went on a golf trip recently with my brother and our friend Mac. And our friend Sean, it was in Orlando, and it was nice. There's a lot of golf, and it was kind of exhausting, but it's good to get away. You also got to get away from it all. You got to get away from being in the hustle and bustle, at least for me. This is for me, too. All of this is for me. It's not for anybody else. I've never said it's for anybody else but me. This is just Taylor's viewpoints, Taylor's opinions on what he's thinking right now. I could be wrong. Every single thing I've said today, I could in the future say, hey, I was wrong there, and I own up to that. And that's what's great about being an adult. That's what's great about being a maturing individual in the world, about being a spiritual being on this earth, is recognizing I am not what I do all the time. I am not what I say all the time. I'm what I do. That's what I mean. You are what you do. I am what I do. I can't speak for anyone else. I can't speak for anyone else. Sure, I'm doing mushrooms now and doing a little drugs, and I'm not in AA anymore. I have stepped away from that program, and I'm exploring mushrooms and seeing if that is a better path for me. Maybe it's not, but it's what I'm doing right now. It's who I am right now, and that's okay. That's okay. Some days I'm in a place of not feeling like it's okay. Not feeling like it's okay to feel how I'm feeling. Not feeling like my current circumstances are okay. And my current circumstances are okay. I'm okay. My friends are okay. Life is good. Life is pretty good, but my biggest fucking problem is I'm eternally unsatisfied with my current circumstances. And that's what I like about mushrooms, is they make me feel satisfied with my current circumstances. And, I'm just working towards a place spiritually where I can just sit in my own fucking skin and just be okay with where I am, not worried about this, that, and the other thing coming up. Not worried about, will comedy ever fucking work out? That is something I need to let go of. That is something I need to ask God to help me let go of. I have not been leaning on God a lot lately, and not going to AA probably plays into that. It probably does for sure, but I still have a relationship with God, with a higher power. I believe there is a life force out there. I believe in a supernatural force that is out there, that is on this earth at the same time as we are. There's other stuff going on in this reality that we do not perceive. I do not perceive. I believe that. Hey, there has to be. There has to be more than what's going on right now on this earth than what I'm experiencing. My conscience, what's in my brain, my soul, that can't just go away. There's more to what we are seeing. And I don't know what it is. I don't have any theories on what all that stuff is. I don't know what it is, but what I do know is there's something more. There's more to what we are experiencing. There's beauty. And I think it's a beautiful thing. I think the life force of the universe, of me, of all my friends, of everyone around me, there's a life force there that connects us all in some way, being human. And maybe we're just an alien test experiment that's just very big. And maybe one day we'll all get shut off, but it's pretty cool. This is all pretty cool to experience. It's pretty cool to do what I get to do to experience life. Right now I am in the process of following a dream, and that's just the part of life I'm in. It's beautiful that I get to experience this. It just sucks that sometimes I forget that life is pretty beautiful. It sucks that sometimes I get wrapped up in I'm so uncomfortable. When I don't need to be. I don't need to be. I don't need to be uncomfortable. I really don't. But that's just natural human emotions, is just being restless, irritable, and discontented. It's just where I go to sometimes. But today, right now, I feel pretty good. This has been a fun one. I've enjoyed it. It's been a little bit intense, I think, but I think I needed to get that out. I think I needed to say that stuff. Thank you for listening. Thank you. What we're doing here is we're having fun. We're being silly, but sometimes we get a little deep. We try to get a little deep, and maybe some philosophy. The philosophy of silliness, the philosophy of, being nice. I don't know. It got a little intense there, but maybe that was just me talking myself off a ledge. Just to take it fucking easy, Taylor. Take it easy, Taylor. Take it easy, Taylor. Take it easy. Take it easy. Hope my camera, it looks good tonight. Soapbox. I got to get off here and do the show called Soapbox, where I prepare a presentation on. I have a hot take. I'm not sure what it'll be. Maybe it'll be like, puppies should be required to come to the bank with you, and that's a horrible one. Let's think of one that's better. Free ice cream, free pizza. I don't know. I'll come up with something. But the thing of Soapbox is the idea is you have a hot take, you make a PowerPoint presentation, and then you present it for 5 minutes. It's a fun show. It's silly. I'll come up with something. It'll probably be based off of a joke like, maybe I'll base it off of this. You guys, let me think. Okay, it'll either be this joke I've been doing, which is, who do you think would win in a fight? The Supreme Court or Congress, like a physical fight? I think the Supreme Court will win because of those tiny little hammers. But actually, no, I think it's Congress will win because they have the entire military-industrial complex on their side. So there's one idea. Or I could do this. Recently, I've been playing Real Life Is It Cake, and that's where I go around and bite people to find out who's made of cake. Because statistically speaking, someone's got to be made by cake. 8 billion people in the world. You think one of them's not made of cake? So those are my two ideas I'm kind of playing around with. But thank you for listening. I've enjoyed this episode. I've had fun. I hope you had fun listening. What more can I ask of you than maybe see you next week? Maybe see you next time. I feel good. I feel good about this one. Thank you for listening to Taylor Neely Show. We'll be back next week with someone or just me. Bye.